All right, we're gonna complete the square on this one, but we have to do it twice because there's two squareds. So that means we know this is an ellipse, not just because it says it's an ellipse, but we know this is an ellipse because we have two squares. The x is squared, the y is squared. Okay, so I'm gonna get all my x terms on one side, all my y terms on the other side. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do it that way. I'm gonna group the x terms together and the y terms together, and I'm gonna put the constant term on the other side. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's see. I got x squared, and my other x term is, what is he? It's a 6x, so I got 6x. And then I got to put a plus blank right here. All right, and then we have my y terms. I have plus 4y squared, and then I have a minus 8y. And then I got to complete the square for this dude too, so I have another plus blank. And then on the other side, I have this negative 9. And I have 2 plus blanks I have to add to this side. Whoa, that's a lot of setting up to do. You guys got all that? Okay. Now, the y is going to be a little tricky because we have a 4 in front of it. So we're going to have to do some fancy action right here. We're going to have to take a 4 out of this. Okay? Don't worry about taking a 4 out of the blank, though. We don't need to do that. This though, I can find that blank really fast. What's that one? What is 6 divided by 2 then squared? So I'm gonna add a 9 right there, and over here I have to add a 9. Oh, that's cool. Those 9s are gonna cancel out. So let's rewrite what we have now. We're gonna go ahead and factor our x polynomial right here. That would be x plus 3, and we square the dude. And this one, I'm gonna take the 4 out. Then we still have our plus blank chilling right here. Yeah. And then this side I have a 0, and I have another plus blank still. I still got to take care of that other plus blank. Okay, so now I took that 4 out. Yay, we can complete the square right here. What do I put right there? What is negative 2 divided by 2 and then squared? Uno. All right, so I just put a uno right here. But I'm not putting an uno here. Why? I have to put a 4 right here. Why? Because I'm not really adding a 1. I'm adding a 4 times 1 to this left side. So I have to put a 4 over there. So now let's rewrite it. We got x plus 3 squared plus 4 y minus 1 squared. And all I'm doing is I'm factoring this. That's how I rewrote it. And on the other side, I have a 4. But wait, are we supposed to equal 1? Yeah. Yeah, because our standard form is x minus h squared divided by a or b squared. I don't know which one it is yet. Then plus y minus k squared. That would be divided by b or a squared. I don't know which one it is. And it has to equal 1. So I have to divide everything by 4. So if I divide that by 4, I get 1. If I divide this by 4, I get y minus 1 squared over 1. And if I divide the other one by 4, I get a 4 on the bottom. And now we can graph it. To graph it, you just gotta be able to identify the h and the k, the a, and the b. So if you got the h and k, that's our center. We do the opposite of whatever's inside, whatever's happening. So our h is going to be a negative 3. Our k is going to be a positive 1. And then because this is an ellipse, I know that my a is the bigger number. And since this is the bigger of these two, that would mean this is the a squared. So a would be 2. And this would be the b squared. So b would be 1. And now I can graph. So I'm going to go over here to 1, 2, 3, and up 1. There's my center at negative 3, 1. Because the a is underneath the x, I know I count the a out left and right. We have a horizontal ellipse, so I go left and right 2. So these are my vertices. And then my co-vertices are going to go up 1 and down 1. And there's my ellipse. Now, if the problem asks you to find the focus, you need to know what the C is. The C is going to be counting the same direction as the vertices. So it'll be counting left and right from the center. And so for the ellipse, we got c squared equals a squared minus b squared. It's almost like the Pythagorean theorem. Actually, it's where we get this guy. We use the Pythagorean to get him. And then we know our a squared is 4. We know the b squared is 1 from our equation. There's the a squared and there's the b squared. We subtract those, we get 3, which means our c is going to be the square root of 3. Which means our foci are going to be about there and there. And if we were looking for those coordinates, we would have to go left and right, which means we're going to add and subtract from the x of the h, or the h. So we have -3 plus, oh, we have not enough space here. Let's go -3 plus rad 3, and then the y value stays the same, so the h is 1. And we also are going to have to go -3 minus rad 3, which is 1. And these two coordinates would be the coordinates of our foci. This would be this guy, and this guy would be that guy.